First of all, I've always thought that Will Smith slap during the Oscars was fake and staged anyway, because it makes absolutely no sense. I mean, when you really think about it, here's Will Smith, he's nominated for an Academy Award that night, and that's his big night, and that might be his only Academy Award that he would ever have for the rest of his life. And he throws that away by taking a chance to get up on stage to slap Chris Rock. Now, there are many things that's wrong with that. Well, first of all, the security at the Oscars is probably better than the security that the President of the United States has. The security at the Oscars is top-notch.
Walking into the Dolby Theater, but mixed with the glamour will be intense security, bomb-sniffing dogs, rooftop snipers, undercover cops and Secret Service agents, and SWAT teams. And every star and every car will be screened before coming into the area.
You're going to be really stepping up your game because the threat is that much greater.
Oh, wow!
The other thing you got to consider is that when you watch the Oscars, even though it is live, it is on a delay. And the reason why it's on a delay is simply to prevent stuff like that from happening. So if Will Smith had actually lost his mind and get up on stage and slap Chris Rock, you would have never seen it live, because they would have had enough delay time during a live show to go to commercials. And then here's the other thing you got to think about. Do you know the kind of money that the Oscars would lose along the lines of advertising revenue if that were to happen? Because all the client has to say by way of the advertising company is, hey, we didn't pay all this money to run our ad after this fiasco or before it. You promised us a certain level of professionalism, so we want our money back. There's no way that the Oscars would mess around with those advertising dollars like that. There's just no way. So it is obvious that it was staged. It was staged all the way from the beginning to the end. Apart from that, prior to the Oscars last year, where Will Smith supposedly slapped Chris Rock, Jada Pinkett had a campaign where she was actually campaigning for people, mainly black Americans, to boycott the Oscars, because her reason was, well, they're not giving out any Academy Awards to black people. So why would it be on the night when her husband is actually set to win that thing? She just doesn't even stop him. It doesn't make sense. And here's another thing about the Oscars, and I don't know if you know this, but when you win an Oscar and you get on stage, the statue that you see these actors holding, that statue is not real. And the reason why is because, well, first of all, the insurance money to have real statues on that night, and the amount of money that it would cost in extra security would be, it's unnecessary. And it's unnecessary simply because, well, for the people who are watching on television, they can't tell the difference between the real one and the fake one. So what happens at the Oscars, as well as the Grammys, is that when you win your award, that award that they're holding, it's fake. You actually get the real thing via UPS the Monday after the Oscars. So even that is staged. But getting back to Will Smith and Chris Rock, nice try, man. But no way. There's just absolutely no way that can happen. The security's way too tight. And somebody like Will Smith, a black actor, takes it upon himself to just walk up on stage unannounced and slap Chris Rock. And the thing about it too, like I said, even if he had done that, we would have never seen it live. We would have never seen it live because it would have been cut out. They would have gone straight to commercials. So it's something to think about.
That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.